everybody, it's Kirsty Mickey from Nao Nails. In this video we are going to do some Halloween inspired nails. I'm going to sculpt them out. We're going to do some beautiful cat's eye gel polish with a Halloween scene of all the skulls especially. So I've already prepped Vanessa's nails. We've applied tips. Just going to do tips today because we've done loads of sculpts recently, so I thought we'd do some tips for you. Now, once you've done that, we are going to dehydrate that natural nail. You only need to do this on the natural nail. You don't need to put it onto the tip.
Doesn't do anything to the tip, does it?
It doesn't, and it's just a waste of product. And then we're going to put acid primer. So this is the Ultra Bond acid primer, just on the natural nail. The reason we don't put this on the tip is because it will discolour the tip, and we don't want that. And also it's a waste of product. Then we're going to sculpt out with natural beige, and what I like to do with my pot is pot the pot onto a slant in the lid. Now I can really get into that pot a little bit easier. I'm going to use medium speed liquid. Don't need high speed because it was set up far too quick. And I don't want to use max adhesion because it'll set up too slow. I want it medium. So you see how low I can get into this pot, which enables me to pick up a nice chunky bead. And we're going to start sort of 3/4 of a way down the nail, and we're going to pattern pull that, stretch the product till we reach the very tip of the nail.
That looks nearly as good as the ones I did.
Please, Adam. Oh my God. I can't wait for that video to go out.
I think it'll probably already be out by the time this one goes out.
Well, that video, oh my God. Adam doing my nails. Jesus. The bead pickup was so beautiful, Adam. You know, and what you did to the poor brush. You'd like destroyed the soul of the brush.
I thought I was cleaning it.
No, you clearly weren't cleaning it because it was absolutely trashed by the end of it. So second bead at the cuticle area, and we're going to press that and stretch that down over the top of that previous bead. Again, nice and low into the pot, 3/4 of the way down. Notice how I pat the back of the bead just to sort of blend that into the nail a little bit first. Pat and press until we reach the tip. And once you're at that tip, you want to make sure you've got an even distribution of product. Do you know what that means, Adam?
It means not what I did.
We still got the nails.
Too right, I'm framing those bad boys. It was an achievement.
It was an achievement.
The fact that I just didn't take it seriously at all is the achievement.
Yeah, Chris really took it seriously.
He went silent.
And he was so stressed, he was shaking and everything.
And I was doing a tutorial. I was telling people what was going on.
Yeah.
Then I was freaking out. Then I was mocking everybody.
Oh dear. And I was going, clean your brush, clean your brush, clean your brush. I am cleaning my brush. And he was just like battering the brush.
Haley always says I'm quite heavy-handed, like I don't know my own strength. But I did with that brush, I was just going, and I thought I was just like lightly brushing it, but then when I looked what I was actually doing, I was stabbing it into the table.
It was not good. And Adam thought he knew it all.
I didn't know it all. Just can't.
Put it into practice.
Exactly. Without a bit of practice.
Without any practice, I know. Wow. Well, you could clearly see who had practiced and who hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Chris's weren't amazing, but, you know, he was the rightful winner.
Oh, absolutely. Got no doubt about that. But it didn't look like he'd put that much effort into the training.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think if you'd had the amount of training that Chris had
practice, yeah, just practice at
you
home.
would have, been phenomenal.
Completely.
They've stuck together.
Why have you done that? I tell you what, Vanessa.
You've what?
Vanessa's just stuck the nails together. I'll show you in a minute. Let me get this bead on. For God's sake, we've released...
Is she one of them clients
Yeah,
again?
well, can you remember last time she was in? My God.
I blame you there for just shoving my finger out the way.
I didn't. Look.
Yeah. Oh, let's have a look.
So, that nail was stuck.
I feel like it's
Like
not
that.
as bad as the last time.
It's not as bad because this is repairable quite easy, whereas when we
Yeah, last
did
time I just
the
destroyed them
Gatsby
quickly.
nails,
I'm improving. Work in progress.
Yes, work in progress all the time.
We'll be like this now. Try to do it now.
Right, I've gone quite quick so I can pop a pinching tool onto that thumb. And by the time I've done this one, I can then get the pinching tool and put it on to the index finger. That hopefully won't be stuck to your thumb.
Fingers crossed.
No, don't cross your fingers, you'll get them stuck together. Now I'll move that one. Just gonna finger pinch the end of this one, just to make it slightly tighter.
I've got too much work to do to
Practice nails.
practice nails. I really do. I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Yeah.
Probably never do it again.
Do you want to see Adam doing nails again?
Well, they're going to see it on my channel anyway because I have. I recorded myself in here doing
Oh yes, when you did your little
experiment.
yeah. Because this is a little nail, we should be able to do this in one bead. Right, so we're going to file these now. I've got a 120 grit file. Going to come up the side walls, get them nice and straight. Just don't forget when you pinch a nail, sometimes the sides can drop down. So you want to make sure that those are nice and straight.
You've never said that before.
Tell me what. Every day is a school day.
In all of the years I've been doing this, you've never said that. That's where everybody's been going wrong, and it's all your fault.
Yeah. Terrible.
That's why you see them really keely nails.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, the nails that drop down like that. What is that
Never
all
liked them
about?
ever. Like, that's what's always put me off. Nails. Like, they freak
Because
me
you thought
out.
that's what you were going to get.
Freak me out. Like, before I knew you and all the nail things that I now know, still don't understand most things, but I know a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
But they freak me out even more now. I'm like, ugh. But it's how your nails grow. They'd grow curled
there
down.
is that. Some nails grow curl down, but some people use what I would say cheap tips or old-fashioned tips. Might be a better word. Might be better wording. Old-fashioned tips that they have a drop like that and then they leave them dropped, which doesn't look nice. From the top view, they might look nice like that, but then when you turn and you see, the curly whirly business.
The weird me out.
Not now. Everything should come straight out of that side wall. Right, so I'm going to buff them now. I've sculpted them out. They're all coming nice and straight out. Got a nice square end on them. So these are a ballerina shape, or people like to call them coffin. Or even tapered square. I like getting to this point because it's like the transformation is amazing. From those not so great nails to lovely nails.
Tips are much faster, you know.
Yeah, right, let's give these a wipe over. Going to wipe over with gel residue wipe off solution. Don't need to melt that top layer with acetone. So if I wanted to do that, I would use acetone and wipe it over. Because we still need a few demarcations in the nail because the gel polish will really attach itself really well to the nail because of those tiny little scratches. I always like to make sure I pull underneath and make sure that there's no little bits of the plastic tip that haven't been quite filed away. So I like to pull underneath. And make sure that that's nice and smooth as well. Okay, what we're going to do is apply Serious Black on all of the nails. Oh my god, I can see a fluffy. So we're going to bounce to the cuticle. So this is the part that you need to be careful. You don't want to flood the cuticle. You want to make sure you get it nice and neat and then you can drag down. What are you getting excited about then?
I like black.
You like black? Did you hear it there? She went, oh.
Bravo, calm down. I wasn't looking at what you were doing.
Thin, thin, thin layer. See how I'm dragging product so it's nice and thin. And we're going to do 2 coats of that on all of the nails. I'm going to use these cat eyes, cracked eyes and extraterrestrial. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of both colours. You want to do it a bit random like that. Make sure you wipe the brush before it goes back in the bottle. Don't want to contaminate. We're going to use the magnet to move the metal particles around to create any kind of pattern that you want. We don't want it to all be exactly the same. Just going to disturb it again just so I can get it exactly how I want it. Oh yeah, I like that one. Pop that in. So I'm just going to play around with the magnet and move it around to where I want it. I want them all a little bit different. Put that one in. I like these colours in the background. I've just touched it.
Your turn ruin it now, is it?
Yeah, I just touched it with the end of it. So I'm going to use some Snow White to create a partial moon. Now you don't want this completely opaque, so don't start whacking a load of gel polish on there to get it really opaque. You want it to have those little shadows so it looks more moon-like. Just move that around till you're happy. I'm going to pop that into the lamp. Right, we're going to take cracked ice now. I'm going to go over the top of the moon. Spooky! Spooky! And then we'll add the other colour as well. Let's get our magnet. Ooh, pop that in the lamp. We're going to use the Ultra Matte Coat. Oh my god, so excited. I absolutely love Cat's Eye with matte over the top. It's so cool. And I'm doing this first of all because when I paint my design on, it's a lot easier to see, and hopefully Adam can film it really clearly. Because there'll be a contrast of matte and shiny when I apply it. Put them in the lamp. Look at that. It instantly looks spooky, doesn't it? I like when we rotate and you see the movement of the cat eye effect. I just think it looks spooky straight away. Look, doesn't it? You see why I did it coming off the moon? Got that moonlight. We're going to use Serious Black to create the design. So first of all, we're going to start with like these little kind of grassy strokes at the bottom. And this will flow across all the nails. We'll do this on all the nails. So we're going to do like a scene where instead of doing, we've done things before where we do like a graveyard and things like that, but we're going to do a scene of a field, not with like jumping deers and things like that. No, we're going to do scary scarecrows with pumpkins for heads.
I drove through a little village the other day, and there was tons of scarecrows in it.
Really?
Do you like
everybody
the
had
thing we do for
scarecrows,
Halloween?
and
Or
it's
is
not
it a
even
thing
near
we do?
Halloween, but they had tons of different scarecrows.
Were they dead cool?
Well, they were all dressed like, some of them were superheroes.
Oh my god, that's ace.
Where my nan lived, did it like it was a big thing of like everyone that sort of lived there. They all made them up as like for different occasions, and they'd do things for Halloween as well, like that. So they'd be everywhere.
And it was just this little village outside of Sunderland when I was going to Newcastle.
And the pumpkin is going to be wearing a hat.
The scarecrow.
Well, the scarecrow / pumpkin head, yeah.
Who puts a pumpkin on a scarecrow?
A pumpkin head on a scarecrow, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in love with this. Just cure me out a sec so I don't knock it, because I know what I'm like.
Get her to cure it, she'll probably knock it.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Honey, it's in. Not touching the sides.
And we'll do some bats coming off flying from the moon. Not the actual moon, because that would be a fair trip. Imagine if they could fly all the way to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
And they're going to get smaller and smaller the closer they get to the moon. So you create that depth. Then we're going to do like a tree, like a scary tree. There'll be no leaves on the tree because, you know, this time of year there are no leaves.
They're all dying.
That's it, they're all dead. Very morbid for Halloween. I told Alicia, my eldest daughter, today that I was doing Halloween, and she was like, I love Halloween. It's my favourite holiday. And then we're going to do a pumpkin here. So let's do the shape of the pumpkin. I'm going to mix a bit of black with a little bit of the Snow White just to make a grey. So I can come around the edge of that pumpkin so you can see it a little bit clearer. As if the moonlight is just catching it. Pop me that on the lamp. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to use the white, so Snow White, to do little features of, I was going to say facial features, well I suppose they are. They're the pumpkin's facial features. Cure that. And then what we're going to use is, pop it in the lamp. Come on, stop looking at it. We're going to use from the Luminous collection Atomic Tangerine, which is a glow-in-the-dark colour. We're going to use that over the top of the white. The reason I put the white down is because it will make it even brighter. So with the orange now. See, the orange wouldn't cover the black. That's why I need the white as well. So we're going to add the orange over the top as if it's a glow for the pumpkins. Pop that in the lamp. That is so cool. It's so cool. And then with the cat's eye in the background, we are going to matte top coat that. I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it now because I'm going to do the artwork on these, and I know that Vanessa will get loads of fluff and all sorts of rubbish on to that sticky layer.
Where have you knocked it as well today?
Oh, all right with the blaming people. We are going to matte top coat everything. Keep it all nice and matte and spooky. Pop me that in the lamp. Oh, look at that, so cool. Right, let's do the others. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that is cute. The pumpkin pineapple. So let me tell you this. My mum made a teddy for my cousin. This is how it started, for my cousin's wedding. It was made out of her dad's clothes. My Uncle Mick, who passed away. It's on my little vlog, isn't it? It's on my little vlog. Gorgeous teddy. First teddy she's made. Now she's on the third one, I think. Or fourth one. Fifth.
Pretty sure it's the 5th.
Oh my god.
She did that one for Charlotte, and she's done 2 more out of the jumpery, same sort of style. Then she's done a jean one, and she's on to another jean one, I think.
Yeah. The jean, I like the denim one.
Especially
prefer
with the feet with the jumper patches.
Yes.
It's nice.
So it's like all, I'll take you some pictures. So whenever I go around my mum's, she's sewing.
Is it keeping her busy?
Keeping her very busy, yeah.
Good.
And what she does is she sprays Mick's perfume on, aftershave. She sprays his Uncle Mick's aftershave on, so it smells like him as well. And for Charlotte, she's got this little camera, because he's like the photography.
Yeah.
She's got a little camera on. So nice. Oh, I love them, especially like when you move them, and you see. Ooh.
I think a search like that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
The bat signal.
Spooky Halloween nails. I'm going to put a little bit of cuticle oil on. I don't want to drag this cuticle oil all over the nail because it will matte it. It will make it shiny. What I will do is I'll rub that in and then I'll give them a wipe over just to make sure that they are fully matte. You can use the gel residue wipe off solution just to make sure that you've got no cuticle oil on the nails, so you get that full effect and your client can see the full effect of the matte. Can you see the tiniest cobweb in the world with that echo spider coming off the tree? Spooky!
Very cool.
Very cool. I love it. There you are, guys. Bit of Halloween for you, and I will say that Vanessa is actually dressed for the occasion. I know she doesn't want to be on camera, but she has got a...
Spare a sleeve.
Can you spare a sleeve? Come on. Hurry up. He's got you in. Look. She's dressed for Halloween. How cool is this? Love it. Everyone's going to ask where it's from. Where's it from? Matalan duck. Matalan. There you are. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great Halloween and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.